A box plot, also known as a box and whisker plot, is a way to visually represent 5 different criteria, representing the minimum, quartile 1, quartile 2, also known as the median, quartile 3, and the maximum. And in this process, you will also be able to see both the range and the inner quartile range. So given our data, we're going to sort it in ascending order: 12, 14, 16, 17s, 18s, 22, and 23. Right away, we can look to the far left to find the minimum and the far right to find the maximum. And then we can go through and find our median, the very middle number, by moving in from both sides. To find that is a 17 as our median, the middle number of our data set. Quartile 1 is the middle of the lower half of data, which would be 16. Quartile 3 is the middle of the upper half of our data, which would be 18. So we can represent this as a box plot, which is on a number line. On this number line, I'm going to go through and I'm going to put bars on quartiles 1, 2, and 3. So I have a bar at 16, which is quartile 1. I have a bar at 17, which is quartile 2. And I have a bar at quartile 3, which is 18. I'm going to make them into a box. Then I'm going to put a dot at the minimum and maximum. So we have a dot at 12 and a dot at 23. I'm going to connect the dots to the box. So it can be called a box and whisker because we have the box and then we've got the whiskers. But of course that's now abbreviated to just a box plot. So while we can see the very middle of the data as quartile 2, we can also easily see quartiles 1 and quartiles 3 of representing the middle 50% of the data. This is the middle half of our data, which is also known as our inner quartile range, the separation between quartiles 1 and 3. The entire thing from 12 to 23 shows us the range. And each of these sections, being that they are quartiles like quarters, it's showing us visually 25% of the data. So we can see that half of the people got jobs between the ages of 16 and 18. There's 25% of the people who got their first job before 16 and 25% of the people who got their first job after 18. We have the box plot as a final product being as it is right now. This is the box plot.